What's up, y'all? It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know I'm king in always. Today's video is going to be about having discernment and discernment in the YouTube streets. Before I get into my commentary, definitely make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoy the video.
I already know it's your girl KingBritneyChanel.
Alright, honeys, today we're going to be talking about having discernment in these YouTube streets and just life in general. Now, it's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the YouTube streets, and it just really has left me really wondering the state of a lot of adult people, or just what this means even for the youth, because if we are in the end times and we are in warlike times and people can't even handle the footmen, how they gonna handle the men on the horses, y'all? If y'all get my drift. I mean, people just are, I would say, really gullible nowadays, and they don't test the spirit or try the spirit by the spirit. In particular, they just believe anything that people say. And it's crazy because a lot of this stuff and this chaos that's going on right now, I've spoken out from day one about some of this stuff, because with discernment, which, let me just explain what discernment is off a rip. Or discernment is, when the Holy Spirit is ministering to you, and it allows you to see things that are not just in the natural form. Okay, it allows you to start to just peep them red flags from day one, because you don't have to get bamboozled and then to get discernment. Your radar need to be on spiritually. Like, people need to be praying for discernment and praying for the wisdom of the Most High. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what wisdom is, okay, wisdom is the quality of having knowledge and judgment and good judgment, okay? The quality of being wise, having intelligence, understanding, okay? Discernment, the soundness of an action or decision with regard to the application of experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Excuse me, a lot of people do not have good judgment, and they don't use, insight or spiritual insight before they make decisions. They just, this is why in the word it say the devil has deceived the whole world, because if he comes masquerading as an angel of light and your radar is off, you totally gonna be deceived. And a lot of this stuff that has been going on in the YouTube streets, I've been saying or telling the truth about this situation from day one. But the crazy thing about it, y'all, the crazy thing about one particular situation in general, people just allow people to just step on the scene, and because this person was, I guess, appearing to these people as an enemy of another YouTuber that was the talk of the town, oh, we're just going to support this person. This person ain't showed you no credentials. They didn't show you anything. And it's just like, people peeped it from the go. Like, shout out to the people that peeped it from the go. But the crazy thing about it, y'all, I put people up on game about, different stuff that happens in the YouTube streets, because I knew this was going to happen. When all this chaos and, drama was going to happen, I knew it. But the main people complaining about said individual was people that made videos about me, because I didn't want to jump on the ideology of the bandwagon ideology of supporting a person that I knew was going to be crooked in the end, from the go. Because if you actually are a person that is in the collegiate community for real, or a person that takes time to edify yourself and spend time with the Most High, you could just peep. Like, real people that's collegiate and intellectual, they peep game really quick. Or real people that spend time with the Most High, or they street smart, any of those things, it could put you on to discernment to discern that somebody is running game on you. So basically, discernment, y'all, is a perception in the absence of judgment with a view to obtaining spiritual guidance and understanding. That means that you are basically asking God to, no, before this person play me, before this person lied to me, try to con me, try to scam me, Lord, send me a sign about this person. And literally, if y'all ever cracked, I'm telling you, the Bible is really helpful, y'all. 1 John 4:1 says, dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. So, is this King James? Because they need to keep out the KJV. You know, that's the only one I rocks with. Because, you know, these people, they just be putting their new perception on stuff. But my thing is, what about certain individuals in these YouTube streets? Did you really believe they wasn't gonna be on no fraudulence? Like, I'm telling y'all, like, I've been pointing out fraudulence since day one on YouTube. Like, and haven't been wrong yet, y'all. Haven't been wrong yet. Like, you could just peep game from out the go. This reminds me of when, you know, they bought the little Trojan horse and, oh, we're giving this as a gift to the goddess Athena, whatever deity that they claimed that they was dropping off the Trojan horse in the city for, right? And then, the people that's gullible, do with their head in the clouds, didn't even realize it was an attack, and they jumped out that Trojan horse, honey, and shut the whole city down. You cannot have people, y'all. Even when you dealing with people in your circle, you cannot have weak links in your circle that are just willing to go for anything, because we are in the end times, y'all. And because we're in the end times, you don't want that family member or that person to be like, oh, God, I know this is you. Jesus, I know this is you because you're and it's the false Messiah. You don't want those type of people around you, because they're not seeing clearly. They still have scales on their eyes, and you have to just pray for people like that, because in war, the enemy is going to use different tactics. He's going to try to play off your emotions, and this is just the type of stuff that happens even in your everyday life. You just cannot be blind or just unaware of the devices of how the enemy comes. And that's just what I'm starting to see in these YouTube streets. It's like, I mean, what, honey, I'm telling you, you have to learn to hear God's voice instead of that of a strange voice, because I'm telling you. And it says here, 1 Corinthians 2:14, the person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God. Right? So when I first was telling people the truth about what was going to go down, oh, you a hater, you this, that, and the third, you just was hating on They was making videos, but let me tell y'all something. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them, because they are discerned only through the Spirit. So only people that have discernment or the Spirit of God, they can peep through this sort of stuff. And then also, you got two types of people in this whole situation, in this YouTube situation with this chaos, right? You got the people who they don't know any better, right? And then you got the people where they're relating to the chaoticness and the demonicness. They're relating to that because it's a familiar spirit. See, a lot of people is fooling people because they see something familiar in that person. So they're deceived and bamboozled, because when Satan is around, he can't see none of himself in you, because A demonic spirit cannot cast out another demonic spirit, if that makes any sense, if y'all peeping what I'm saying to you. So people who was with certain stuff from the go, don't believe them because they up here crying tears. They up here crying tears, acting as if, oh, I got scammed, I got played, because they was with it all along. It just got to the point where the person ended up doing something to where they could not ignore it anymore. You know what I mean? The person ended up being everything I said that the person was going to be. You feel me? Like, you just gotta have discernment, y'all. When you in your life period, this is, you know, this is bigger than YouTube streets. You cannot allow yourself to be an adult and be out here looking crazy, getting bamboozled. You should not have to get played over and over and over and over and over again before you realize that you have to start taking a step back and being like, let me examine the layers of this situation. Let me look at what this person is doing. Sit back and observe, and then I, you know, look at what they're saying, and then sit back and decipher what they really meant. Like, you gotta learn how to read between the lines. That's why I'm thankful, you know, that, you know, I grew up with the Most High God in my life, and I'm thankful that I had, you know, family members that who, if they did live that street life, they taught me to be street smart as well. Because you gotta have discernment so that you don't be bamboozled in life. You should not have to. Once you get stung that first time, you should learn from that. Because even when children are developing, they learn through trial and error. Okay, I fell down because my shoe wasn't tied. Now I know to tie my shoe. Or, oh, I touched the hot stove. Now I know not to touch that anymore. Y'all, even Nicki Minaj said this in her song, All Things Go. What was the lyrics? Let me see. Yo, I had to reinvent. I put the V in vent. I put the heat in vents. Man, I've been competing since. I look beyond what people saying and I see intent. Then I just sit back and decipher what they really meant. That line is telling you, you got to use discernment all your life. You have to look beyond what people is just saying. Like, anybody could say, oh, I love God. Anybody could say, oh, I'm loyal. Anybody could say I'm faithful. Anybody could say, like, oh, I got this amount of money. I got this amount of whatever. But what are they showing you? You get what I'm saying? What are they showing you? That should be in your mindset all the time. Like, what are they? Okay, this person said this. Did I fact check that? It's just like, it ain't no different than these politicians that be out here making these promises, and then you do a background check or they street credit social media check, and people like, didn't this person say this on the 14th? So how they up here acting like do? Like, people gotta actually start using this. We ain't using no critical thinking. We using wisdom, discernment, pure logic. Be a free thinker. For those of y'all that don't know what a free thinker is a person that do not conform. They don't use bandwagon ideologies. They just think for themselves, okay? They think for themselves. They do. This is why I be telling y'all always, I'm kinging always. Oh, she ain't never been real. She a Capiana. What's a boss babe? To a Tatiana. Let me stop. You don't want to be one of those people that get scammed your whole life or be gullible to stuff and situations your whole life, okay? Don't let that be you. It's KingBritneyChanel. I hope y'all enjoyed my little video, my logic on the whole matter, and I will see y'all in the next video.